Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much everybody for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who has been listening in the podcast. Today is Thursday, December the 12th, 2024. I wanted to come here and speak about this because I think it's another example how everything is coming to light, and because of that there's a lot of people who are being free because there's so many people who are being exposed right now, right? So, but before I continue, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's been subscribing on YouTube. Really means a lot to me, you guys. Thank you for following me there and commenting on the videos. Really means a lot to me, you guys. And also thank you to everybody who is following me on Spotify and everybody who's listening using Amazon Music. Thank you so much, everyone. So we all know what's going on in Damascus. I know there's a Bible prophecy being fulfilled regarding that, and we know that they were saying that he died, the dictator of Damascus, Assad, but he actually just left the country, right? But because of everything that has been unfolding regarding Damascus, there was a very I think a very big prison over there who because of the regime has fallen, right? So people were going in there to release the prisoners, right? A lot of people have been made free, everybody that was in the prison, right? The thing is that a lot of the people that were in that prison were people, political captures, I guess you can say, people who were innocent, right? And a lot of this has been transmitted in the news. There's video of reporters going, and actually showing you footage of the prisoners being released, and then they're giving their testimony about the torture. And right now, just about half an hour ago, the U.S. has officially charged Assad with they actually charged, I think it was the president of the prison, right? But the Assad regiment, the U.S. has officially charged them with torture, right? Because of what the prisoners are testifying happening in that prison, underground tunnels, people who were never, they were there innocent, right? Like I said, and they were never allowed to go out to even get to see sunlight, right? Months and months in this cage style type of cell, and it was just, they're saying they were tortured, they were using acid on people, a lot of beatings, just complete torture, right? It was just, so those testimonies that are coming out is not for everybody to listen. You have to be very strong on that. I didn't listen to all of them, obviously. I know this is, very fresh, so there's more testimony that is gonna come out. Or I'm saying, like, you have to be very strong to like hear all of that, because the minute the mind hears it, you start picturing things, right? And it's just so sad that this type of pain happens in the world, right? There's a lot of people in pain right now, people who've their innocence has been taken over, who are, they spoke out and they were taken into custody immediately. And I feel like everything that has been happening in 2024 and how everything's coming to light, the people that were the moguls, right, the big celebrities, they're shaking right now because everything is coming out. People think they're just gonna fake it. People think they're gonna entice somebody to do evil things, and God is not gonna reveal that to anybody, right? They're just gonna go along with life, create strife, create turmoil, and bring slander and all of that. And God is just gonna skip all of that evilness and be like, you're doing good with your life, right? Your time will come. Everything will be exposed, and as we get closer to the second coming of the Lord, people are playing with fire. If they think they're just gonna lie and say, bring it on, like Jay-Z was saying, bring the lawsuit, and then now LeBron James is stepping down, they're shaking. That's what it is. They never thought, because that's what sin does, right? You never think that sin and creating evil things, right? Living an evil life, doing like a lot of bad things, thinking that because money, power, and fame, you're just gonna get away with everything. That's what it makes you believe. And your time will come, especially even if it's December. The year of exposure has exposed a lot of tables have been turned, and more to come because like I always tell you guys, as soon as you throw that ball, it's gonna roll right back to you. And you better, like, all I'm saying is, it's like, you better make sure that what you're doing with that is not based on what the enemy entices you to do, right? So let me read to you guys this article. In the outskirts of Syria capital on Tuesday, the hope of a country free from its longtime dictator was modeled with the emerging horrors of the Assad regime. Thousands of people were rushing to the prison, searching for any trace of their loved one that they fear had disappeared into that prison. And there's video, you can see the crowd rushing to the prison. I saw a video of a mom saying she doesn't understand why her 17-year-old son was placed in that prison. He was only 17, taken in that prison for months, probably years too. And she was actually rushing trying to find him. But one of the prisoners that was free from that, right? He actually said there were daily or weekly killings, right? They would just bring them out from the cell and start, killing people. Like I said, it's very graphic. I know it's not for everybody. It says here that during the Assad family 50-year rule, a network of facilities like Sednaya were patrolled by armed guards, ensuring those who went in it could not come out. The regiment used the prison to detain, torture, and to kill thousands of Syrians, some for criticizing government or other Trump of allegations, according to the rights groups. So basically making up lies about them. Now, with Bashar al-Assad and his enforcers gone, the three-line entrance to the Sednaya, I might be mispronouncing that, Sednaya, actually it was Sandaya, and Sednaya is packed with hundreds, perhaps thousands of cars. People have come from all over Syria to see if their loved ones are still inside, partly motivated by rumors of secret wing detaining a starving captive. They came armed with bars, pickaxes, and their bare hands. At one point, a bulldozer showed up to hack away the jail wall in hope of revealing a hidden cache of adoptees. So they kept these people in this maximum security prison, and like I said, they also had tunnels, right? Complete disregard for human life. Like I said, a lot of the people there, probably like 90% of them, were just taken into custody and never given any fair chance to prove their innocence, right? To prove if they're guilty or not. To go through trial. But they discovered, right, was that they found the secret tunnels, and people starting, like it says here, is using pipes to discover, and then they could hear more and more people shouting, saying that they were there hidden, right, underground. It is insane, guys. Everything that's done in the dark is gonna come to light. And this thing that happened in Damascus, taking that 50-year dictator from power, exposing everything, now he's officially being charged. Like I said, people that do evil things, they think they're just gonna, they're just gonna continue on like nothing happened, man. In the garden, right, with the minute you disobey God, in the garden, it was like what happened in the garden should be the example for all of us, right? That's why you always have to, if you're sinning, you always have to ask God for forgiveness, and confess your sin and ask God for forgiveness. in the garden. Immediately when that sin, when they were when they disobeyed God, they were immediately thrown out, right? There is no way in the Bible where it says, and God gave them another chance. God threw them out immediately. The minute they sinned, He cast them out. And because of Jesus Christ, right, we have forgiveness of our sins. The thing that I'm saying with this exposure and people just being in ministry for many years and lying to themselves, lying to people, and how thinking that their case from years ago, nobody's gonna know anything about it. I mean, there is I told you this in a couple videos ago. There is a spirit of truth that's operating. Like one time, like I will be asking God, how did this happen? And it's like 1, 2, 3, like this is exactly how it went down. And it's like, oh wow, it completely makes sense. Things that you never saw before are being revealed right in your faces, right? I made a video last week about when God reminds you of what is in your hands, right? Sometimes, not everything is revealed in the moment. Everything comes in its time. But just as that, when God asked Moses, what's in your hand? Just as, he asking the guy waiting by the pool of Bethesda saying, nobody brings me to the, when the angel comes, somebody brings me closer. And God said, do you really want to be made well? Things like that is almost like right in your faces. And it's almost like you don't even see it, right? But now, I believe, my opinion is because we're getting closer to the second coming of the Lord. Things are just being revealed, and things are being exposed, and that's what I'm saying. People think they're just gonna, and God gives the warning. I guarantee you 100%, because it happens to me. God gives you warnings. God says, stop, let go of that. Stop talking about that. Stop accusing somebody. Stop, I'm not saying he says that exactly to me, but he gives you a warning, right? And I think I mentioned this in my previous video too. He always giving you a chance. But, the wages of sin is death, right? So if you think you're just going to continue and continue, even though you already know the truth, right? Even though it's almost like you already know better, right? This regiment for 50 years, they knew better. They knew who they kept in that prison. It was kept by big security. They knew about the tunnels. They knew about everything that was going on, the torture. Not knowing, what's going to happen. This man the family got to escape the country, right? The family had to escape. This man had to also leave the country. I guess you can say their power, their comfort, their money, their castle. And there were photos coming out, videos of the people of Syria going into the castle of Assad, their houses and stuff like that. What good is it going to do to you now? All of that, right? You think you have the power until God comes and shakes it. It takes just one shake of the Lord to everything be like turning the tables. Like when God showed up, Jesus showed up to the church. People were all comfortable, right? And he went and started flipping the tables, right? That's how it is. So let me know, guys, what you think about this. I'm gonna see if I can find more photos of that prison and how some of these prisoners were relieved and happy to have been free, right? Let me know, guys, what you think about everything that's happening right now in Damascus. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you so much. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.